guys, I'm Lydia with Page Chaser. I'm here with Eric, and today we are doing our very first Book of the Month showcase video. And this month we are talking about the Seasons Edition Winter Classics, which if you guys have been following us on social media, you know we are really excited about these. And so today we are showing our favorites, Tale of Two Cities edition here.
It's beautiful.
It's beautimous. Beautiful laser cut jacket. Beautiful to look at. We are so excited to be to have these here and to be able to talk about them. So we are going to be talking about what makes a classic and why this is a book that should definitely be on your list.
So Lydia, Page Chaser Lydia, what makes a classic?
So in my head, I feel like I've definitely got those memories of being a kid and talking about classics, and it would be a book that my parents would say, oh, you should read a classic, and I would say, no, I'm just gonna not do that. But as I've gotten older and really gotten more into books, I've definitely found that the classics are the ones that really evoke that kind of feeling of warmth or of home or just kind of nostalgia and something that is a topic that's going to be relevant across cultures, across time. It's not something that next year you're just going to be like, this isn't even relevant anymore kind of a thing. So that's kind of what I think of when I think about classic.
How old do you think it has to be a classic? Because I would consider, yes, A Tale of Two Cities, of course, probably the ultimate classic, but Harry Potter to me is a classic.
Yes. I don't think it necessarily has to be old. I think a lot of the older books have become classics because they've just persisted and endured throughout so many generations. But I would totally pin Harry Potter as a classic for generations to come.
I can see my father and I coming to fists over whether or not Harry Potter is a classic. And he would shake his head and just say Dickens, but it just so happens we both love Dickens.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us a little bit, we don't want to get too book reporty, but just tell us, some of the main bits, what you really like, why, and why maybe Page Chasers would want to get this specific copy and just a copy of this today.
Yeah, for sure. So one of the cool things about Tale of Two Cities is just how relevant everything in it seems. It seems like initially you might think, well, this takes place during the American Revolution, French Revolution, and how is this relevant today? We're past all of those things, but the reality is there's a lot of themes in here that you'll read and be like, why haven't we learned? Because there's so many things that you can take from it. So Charles Darnay, who is born to an aristocratic family in France, and this is a period
he
when...
kind of like sheds his wealth, right?
Right. And so he's one who says, I'm not going to be like my family in a time where his family is contributing to a lot of the...
Kind of like oppressive French regime.
The oppressiveness and the injustice to the people of France. And so he leaves and goes to England, and that's sort of the Tale of Two Cities. You're going between Paris and England.
Ah, yes.
There are two cities, and...
look how, I think you have both of them
and
on
the cover art
too.
of this is so delicate, but so cool, because you can see Paris up here. This is Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And then you see...
R.I.P.
Yeah. And then you see England down here. And so
gosh,
you,
there's Big Ben.
Yeah.
That's so pretty. I didn't even take in like the specific
the
sketches.
little Big Ben. It's so cool.
That's awesome.
And then the clouds. We love the clouds.
Oh my gosh, you don't even ever have to open this book. You can just look at it. And you get the whole plot right in the cover.
Right. And so it's really cool because you get both of those environments. But Darnay, he essentially leaves France, hides his identity, doesn't tell anybody who he is or where he came from, and he ends up falling for this woman who he meets kind of inadvertently because he is on trial for a crime that he didn't commit, and essentially he gets away because, well, he doesn't get away because he didn't do it, but he is, the charges are dropped because this man named Sidney Carton comes to the picture, and he looks exactly like Darnay, and that's like his thing.
Super convenient.
Yeah, it's super convenient. And so basically they're like, well, if this guy looks so much like you, we can't just condemn you because we don't have enough evidence. Like, there could be somebody that looks like you who could have done it. And so they let him off, but it starts this friendship between Carton and Darnay. And so the whole kind of character build with Carton is that he wants the life that Darnay ends up leading. He also falls for the same woman, and
So
of
kind
course
of a
she doesn't
classic,
choose
like,
him.
just kind of like a social media crush.
Yes,
Like,
love triangle, and it's kind of a sad, sort of a sad character, because I think a lot of us, in a way, can relate of like comparing to other people and wishing we had this what might look like a glamorous life on the outside, while just not really living our own lives. And so that's one of the things that's continues to make it very relevant today that we can relate to, is just this character who's always feels like he's on the outside looking in.
Yeah. It's like, for me, I follow this author called Sean Dietrich on Instagram, and he's this great, super talented Southern guy, and I desperately wish I could be him. So I'm always measuring myself against him and his glorious beard. And I only have this measly mustache. So it's just kind of this, you were talking about this before the video, the culture of comparison, kind of.
Right.
That even happened back then, and social media just kind of amplifies.
Yeah, I mean,
that.
if I just think about these characters, like if they could imagine the kind of lives that we live now, and how we can compare ourselves all the time on the internet and just in life, and being able to recognize like this is really just a human thing that spans all generations, and I don't think that's ever going to totally go away. It might take different forms, but that's kind of one reason that this remains a classic, because that's definitely a theme that we can all relate to.
I think that's definitely why it's a classic, and kind of tells us what a classic is. And I guess we can maybe look forward to going through more of these classics and showing you a couple other of these awesome covers.
Yes, and if y'all notice, I'm sort of matchy-matchy with this book today, but we have these awesome end sheets in here that show some maps of the cities, which are a little detail. And then, if you all didn't know, these are exclusive editions. They're only printing 10,000.
And there's a map in there.
Yes.
Because of the cities. Oh my gosh.
And we have a little sticker, so we've
That's
got
so cool.
15 today, which is super fun.
Of only 10,000. Number 15. That's pretty exclusive.
Yes. And
Wow.
they've also got these.
I want number 1.
Yeah, right. We all do. We've got these fun winter themed quotes throughout too. So if you're ever like, I really want a cool Charles Dickens quote, then you can flip through here and find some awesome quotes.
So this it's based in winter. I don't think I picked that up when I read it in high school.
Right.
And so all of these classics coming out this month are winter.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
okay.
this is our winter set, which is the first collection that we're going to do. And you'll notice on the back cover we have these quotes pulled out in this gold embossing, which is really cool.
The best winter quote is on the back.
The best winter quote. So I think, the winter setting really works for the subject of this book as well. Because you can kind of get a feel for that sort of dreary, like gray, almost dread over just kind of the drama and the story.
The season for reading.
Works really well. Yes, the best.
Just dark and makes you want to go in the nook with a bunch of big books.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Wow.
So yeah, we are very excited to share this with you guys. Tell us in the comments what your thoughts are, what your favorite classic books are.
This is our first time doing this, so just whatever you guys think, whatever you like, whatever you don't like. I can wear a different shirt, anything. But thanks so much for watching, and we will be back soon.